Hello and welcome to another episode of Wheel of Horror, the podcast where two best friends spin a wheel once a week. It chooses the horror movie and they discuss it. Today we're talking about 2005's House of Wax, which was directed by Jomi Colette Sarah. I definitely did not say that correctly. I'm your co-host Alec.
I'm Erik.
And Erik.
Good job. I thought you did good pronouncing the name. That's a tough one.
How would you say that?
What's the director's name? Let me pull it up.
It's Jomi Colette Sarah.
All right. Let's try this.
You can say it better than me.
Andre de Tooth? No, it's 1953. That's 1953. Whoops. Directed by Jomi Colette Sarah.
Yep, there you go.
All right.
So yeah, he's a Spanish-American director. So I'm sorry I butchered your name, but it was a movie. You made a movie. This is a movie.
Dude, you don't like it?
I didn't hate it. I'm just gonna say this. It was just very vanilla, you know?
Okay.
It was just kind of like, you know, teens going to do something. They're stupid. They get killed by weird guys. Like, you could kind of sum the whole thing up in a whole thing. Oh, but there's a House of Wax. That's like the only interesting thing I thought.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's underrated. I mean, it's a remake of a remake,
mm-hmm.
But I think aside from like the super corny douchebag lines, the movie is underrated. It has a 5.4 on IMDb. I'm like, I could get a little higher. And really? 26% on Rotten Tomatoes. I'm like, that's a little harsh.
That sounds about.
That's what you feel like? Okay, all right, man. Hey, man, that's your own thing. You know, you do you. But I like this movie.
I want you to convince me. That's the thing. I'm not completely shut. Like, the door's not shut, but I'm kind of just like, why is this special? Like, you know what the thing is, man? I looked up the one with Vincent Price from 1953, mm-hmm. I think, and I read what that movie is. I just read what the plot of it is, and I was like,
different.
That sounds way more interesting than this.
Yeah, it's got the Leatherface feel to it too much in this one, but it's a good attempt at kind of tricking the audience with that surprise ending with the third brother. I thought that was a cool twist, because here's the thing, dude, you totally forget about that guy.
Yeah, but that doesn't amount to anything though.
No, it's just like, oh, I forgot about that guy. Like, you get that feeling like, oh, he was involved. Like,
yeah, but it wasn't like, oh, he got away with it, or like, oh, there's more victims, or like, oh, like it was more like, oh yeah, I forgot.
That got me. I mean, it is a remake of a remake, and it does do something different. I just think the special effects are pretty darn good for 2005. The House of Wax, in general, is impressive. Mm-hmm. It's impressive.
That's the one thing I think this movie had going for it, was the set design. Like, it was cool. It was cool to see a house like melting, and I'm sure that took a lot of effort. In fact, it took so much effort, Erik, that there was
a lawsuit.
Yep.
A big ass lawsuit. In Australia, right?
Yeah, so I guess this must have been filmed. Yeah, it was filmed in Australia. And there was some production company and some guy that got sued for $7 million for Warner Brothers because the house just burnt down and caused a real big fire.
Apparently, they didn't have like the fire department standing by, or like fire marshals, and the place burnt down. So yeah. I don't know.
So again, if you're burning a building down, I'd say the first thing to do, make sure the fire department's there. Especially, you know, who knows where in Australia this could have been in the bush out in the outback, and you know, it could have really caused a big fire. So yeah,
isn't Australia like generally very warm? You've been to Australia, I've never been, but.
Well, most people live on the coast because the center of the country is just like, it's like
desert.
Vegas. Yeah. It's so like, there's not a lot of people in Australia. There's like 30 million and they all live around the coast. And there's people in the middle, but.
So are you saying it's a bad idea to build a House of Wax in the heat?
I would say that, yeah, it's pretty hot.
Yeah, that's a bad idea in general.
So it caused a fire. But anyways, I guess like into this movie a bit. So, yeah, you got a boyfriend and girlfriend. The girlfriend's like, I want to move to New York. And the boyfriend's like, I don't know if I want to. And they're like, well, let's go to a football game because why not?
And don't forget, she's bringing her deadbeat brother who's been arrested, and he blames her for being arrested. And he could have been like an all-pro quarterback or something. And he's a dick, and he's like really good looking. And he like picks on her new boyfriend. So,
okay.
Yeah.
You know how like right now a lot of like it's like CNN, it's like this inmate is really hot and it's like on the news now because
if Chad Michael Murray was an inmate, goddamn, break the internet.
Can you imagine? Like if he's actually in jail, like, you know, for some reason it's like trending on Instagram. It's like, free this man. It's like, what did he do? It's like a lot of bad stuff. But look how hot he is.
People would do it. People would do it. I have all faith in people to do that.
Then he's got his like, you know, Make America Great hat wearing friend Dalton or whatever.
Yeah, Bobby from Scary Movie, remember?
Oh yeah.
That's
Wow.
yeah.
Didn't recognize him.
He's definitely he's definitely older than what he's portraying. He's got to be like 33 or 34, playing like a high schooler or whatever. I don't know.
I didn't recognize him, but yeah, his character was, whatever.
And then we got cousin Skeeter's cousin.
Oh yeah, I know. The guy, dude, he got shafted with his kill. What a horrible, stupid death.
Oh yeah, there's no like build up or anything. It's like Paris Hilton just finds him dead outside the tent.
Dude, what a wasted opportunity. There's only like 6 people in this movie that they killed, and I was like, dude, all the other, like, the one guy from Supernatural or whatever gets his like horrible face like melted, but then the other guy just has a knife in his neck. I was like, come on guys, come on, let's meet in the
did we blow our budget on the on the pole through Paris Hilton's head,
dude? Like if I ever was in a horror movie, well, no, I've been killed in movies, never mind. But if I had a choice, if I was like in a horror movie, I was like, I want to get really murdered. Like that's what I want to do. I don't want to just be like, hey, like, oh, how'd you die in that movie? It's like I had a knife in my neck. It's like, oh, did they show it? No.
Well, I think that's what's cool about Paris Hilton, because she gets absolutely wrecked, and it's violent, and it's kind of like being a viewer when we were like, what it was 2005,
yeah,
right? That's 17 years ago, which hurts my feelings, thinking that this movie's 17 years old.
Yeah.
But Paris Hilton, I got to give her kudos, man. She's very self-aware that people want to see her die, like, and the viewer, and she dies very violently, and she's like, I bet everyone's gonna like cheer in the theater.
That's what she's thinking.
She's very self-aware that like dudes don't like her and stuff. I don't know.
Really? I feel like she's
back then, come on, man. Like everyone like was annoyed by her.
What are you talking about? Dude, this is like in her prime. This is like life or Simple Life times.
Well, come on. I mean, like, people like us, like they're like sick of the Kardashians and whatnot.
Yeah. Well, okay, really quick, just want to go off a little bit here. Right now at my job, they're having me watch this new show called Paris in Love, and it's about Paris Hilton's wedding, dude. So I've watched like...
You're getting paid to watch that, though? That's pretty cool.
I do get paid to watch it. But so I've watched like the whole first season of Paris in Love, and it's, dude, I can't believe this is real. Like, Eric, it's Paris Hilton. She's like 43 years old, and she's just kind of like, my boyfriend's like not that hot, but I'm gonna marry him because he has money, and like, yeah. It's basically the whole show is just
and it's something to do.
Dude, Eric, I'm telling you right now, we'll get back to the movie in a second. This whole show, Paris in Love, is a long-winded way to force her mother to watch the documentary about her getting abused as a teenager at some school. And the mom never watched it, and they're forcing her to watch it on the show. That's this whole show. The whole point of the show is to get the mom to watch the documentary. I'm telling you. The wedding is just it's a ruse, Eric. Anyways, okay.
No, dude. You can derail a little bit.
No, I'm good.
That's fine. Can I ask you one more question and we'll get back on topic? You ever watch that show like Darcy and something? Like the two sisters with too much lip filler?
No.
Bro, if I was to send you like a trailer to this show, you'd be like, what is wrong with our society?
Oh, I'm way past that. I'm way... Nothing surprises me anymore. Anyways, back to the face-melting people. So yeah,
we got Elisha Cuthbert too. We got Elisha Cuthbert.
Right.
Like, I was obsessed with Elisha Cuthbert in like probably a violent way. like doctors should have prescribed something for me. No, but I loved Elisha Cuthbert. I saw Girl Next Door when we were like 14.
We did. You, me, and my dad. Remember you took us?
That was good times, man. Good times. I love that movie.
You, me, and my dad all sat next to each other and watched this.
Fell in love. There was that song played in my head the whole time while watching it, like with a little love and some tenders. That's like the whole time I was watching that movie.
This movie you were?
No, not this movie. Girl Next Door. But no, like this movie came out like a year or two afterwards, and I watched this. I think I saw it in theaters. I was like, it's okay. It was okay.
This soundtrack compared to the Girl Next Door soundtrack is dog shit.
I do like the music, like not the soundtrack, but the
score.
The score, yes.
Okay, I didn't really pay attention to it too much, but dude, the soundtrack was just like,
breathe
in, breathe out, breathe in. There was a 9 Inch Nails song that was pretty cool, but most of it was
Minerva, Deftones, I think, is in it, but. Yeah, it's not. It's for a certain group of people, really, from 2005.
Yeah, like straight to DVD 2005 kind
of. Like people that really like wrestling soundtracks, like me.
Yeah, dude. I was like, oh god, I don't miss this music.
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing. This time, like, there's such an era. Like, look at the cell phones in it. It's like, wow, like they were like not really truly out, but like, oh man,
I love that though.
And then the characters in the movie, like no one really acts like these characters. Like, they're such dicks. They're so mean to Elisha Cuthbert's boyfriend. They're like, the guy like kicks a homeless guy's cup and goes,
Yeah.
like, get a job. I'm like, who does
Do
that?
you know what I thought the most realistic line in the entire movie is when the brother, Chad Michael Murray, and the friend were driving, and he's like, Wade's not that bad. He's like, yeah, actually he's not. Like, that felt like the most real moment of the entire movie.
Yeah, so why are you picking on him, dude?
I know.
I don't know. It's 2005, and I'm in a teenage slasher movie. Of course, I'm gonna be a dick, and I'm really good looking.
Yeah, so it was. Yeah, we just cut out there. Sorry about that, but I do remember where we left off. Yeah, I was just saying they just like took like all these people from the CW, and they're just like, yeah, let's just throw them in like this franchise IP that's already kind of recognized with House of Wax, and that's about it. I don't know.
I love it.
Why though? Like,
I don't know.
aside from Elisha Cuthbert, who you have a major crush on,
It's a little biased in that sense.
yeah,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
it feels like The Fog or like just another generic remake from that time, you know?
I think it's a good movie. I think the kills are pretty good, and it does.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, like I can't really think of too many other kills that are worse than the dude from Supernatural who gets his like face slowly peeled like that. I mean, I don't think you'd live to be in that position, but if you get hot wax poured all over you, you're just gonna like, yeah, probably not. But
You're right. That death is brutal. Like that.
That's like it freaked me out when I was not little, but like 15 or whatever.
Well, you know what it is, man. If we were like 12 when this movie came out and it was on pay-per-view or
we'd be
like
freaked out more.
yeah, like I always think about it. I'm like, all right, if I was a little kid, what made me like Ghost Ship or like those, like I know they're so bad, but what made me like them? I was just like, me and my friends getting stuck in a situation like this. Like, what would we do? I'm like, I could have a cute girlfriend like that. Me and my friends could survive like Deep Blue Sea or something like that. Like that'd be so cool.
Like Dawn of the Dead. Like we know Dawn of the Dead isn't the greatest movie, but we like love that version of it because it was fun when we watched it when we were kids.
But yeah, now I'm trying to look at like this movie where I'm like, okay, I'm 31, this is stupid. But if I was like 12 and I saw this, I'd be like, Elisha Cuthbert could be my girlfriend. Like me and my girlfriend could survive. This would be cool. But this is like
cool. But like only the brother survives, so it's not like a couple anymore. It's like a brother and sister, so it's like not as cool.
Couple years on Pornhub, this will be like the #1 trending topic.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so I don't know. Like I understand why you like it. I feel like if this movie came out in 2015, you would be like, "Fuck this movie." But
I probably wouldn't see it.
Yeah. But considering it came out when we were young and has one of your major crushes in it, like I get it.
Yeah, and I mean it did. I mean, it didn't do great, but it was a $40 million budget, that's a pretty big budget. That's a pretty big budget for this movie. But it made $70 million, so it's like okay, made our money back. We'll call it a wash.
Yeah,
probably not marketing costs like totally, but like I think it's just all right. We made a movie. It's a wash.
Well, It's funny, dude. Whenever you go on like Wikipedia, it's like every single movie has a sequel. It's like Reservoir Dogs sequel is in production, but actually, it's like come on, they're not gonna make a sequel to that. But House of Wax doesn't even have a sequel section, and you're like, why?
Yeah, there's so many movies that have sequels, but like this one, I guess there's just no real fan following behind it. But I mean, that's about it.
It's a convention just at your house.
I really do like this movie. I think it's a little underrated. I do think it doesn't get the kudos it deserves for special effects. The kills are really good. Like when Cuthbert gets her lips glued, that freaked me out, and then her finger through the thing, dude. Shit like that, like it stays with you, dude. Like that, those are pretty good. Not kills, but like scenes and scary moments.
Yeah. No, it's true. It felt like they're like, okay, like we're aware Saw's out now. Like we gotta up the grossness kind of thing.
Yeah, and I just like the idea of the wax museum in general. We've been to a wax museum in London.
Yeah,
that was a weird couple, like an hour. We were there, like, oh, let's take a photo with like a wax Shrek thing. Like, oh, there's Bob Marley. Let's take a picture with Bob Marley.
I feel like we were just so hungover, and we're like, this sounds like fun. And we just
so many like British people hated us. Like, get these kids out of here.
It's not even a British thing. It's like the Ripley's Believe It or Not museum. They're just everywhere. But
it was Madame Tussauds.
Yeah, and I was like, oh, this must be like a British thing. I'm like, they have these in like Cincinnati. Like they're everywhere. But
yeah,
we went. It was fun. You know, got to take pictures. But dude, these are cool. Like wax sculptures are pretty cool. Like I couldn't.
It's an impressive art form for sure.
Dude, I could never do something like this. And I guess, like, I don't know. Let's go into the psychology of, like, what this guy is then. So there's 3 sons. 2 of them are twins, or is it triplets?
2 of them were conjoined twins.
Oh, right,
and
right.
They were surgically, like, separated, and one of them, his face was fine. The other face got messed up in the surgery.
Okay.
Played by the same actor, though.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, so then turns up that, like, they abuse the kid. They're like, you're ugly, like, let's beat him up in the kitchen and stuff. That's the opening scene in the movie. And then...
But we don't see the youngest kid and know about that until, like, the last scene.
Right. So then why... So they just take over this town? They just find this town?
Well, that was... I guess their mother ran that wax museum.
Mm-hmm.
And it was, like, the whole town, I guess. And... it shut down. I guess the roads, something happened with the roads. I forget what the cop says.
The sugar mill. It's like the sugar mill shut down.
The sugar mill shut down, so everyone moved out of town. And so it's like 50. I mean, come on, Google Maps, bro. Google Maps.
It's 2005, yeah.
It's satellited. It's like the satellites are on that shit. They know there's a thing there.
Okay, wait. I need to ask you this.
Oh, come on.
What's the one thing you know about Florida? If, like, anything is true about Florida, what's the one thing everybody knows about Florida?
Disney World?
No. What? It's hot.
It's humid. It's humid.
It's hot as hell. In the summertime, it's 100 degrees. In the wintertime, it's 60 degrees, but it's still pretty warm. How the hell do you have a house made out of wax in Florida? Erik.
Nah. Yeah, I don't know. And hurricanes
Erik.
I mean, come on. That's getting knocked down, dude. I mean, maybe. Yeah, it's melted. Yeah. I agree. I forgot this was set in Florida until you said that. I was like,
why
yeah, that's
Florida? I'm like, because you have the ability, just anywhere cold. It's Alaska.
Like North Dakota would be a good place to have a wax museum.
It's already in the middle of nowhere. It's not like it's like, well, we need to be near tourists. It's like, why did you pick Florida? Like, come on.
Yeah, I mean, because of the location in Australia they filmed that was like, that's probably the closest looking to Florida.
Don't film a movie.
It did look very humid too there. I don't know.
So yeah, that was kind of like, okay, but sure.
Totally, that one heat wave in that wax house is gonzo.
Yeah, and there's a heat wave like every other day in Florida. I don't know.
Yeah.
So.
But yeah, so the mom had the wax museum. She died. That's what the funeral is that's set up. I remember they came into town and he's like playing off like it's been a funeral. That's been there for 50 years or whatever. I don't even know how long it's been there, but
right, because you see the mother in the casket.
Yeah, and they made it seem like a warehouse is where they kept all the visitors and tourists that came through, and they killed everyone who ever found the town. They killed so cops, maybe firefighters, maybe like Google Map car guy, definitely a wax sculpture now. So yeah, no, that's what happened. So they turned every wax sculpture is a person, and we see that at the end when the wax is melting. You see all like the skeletons. Freaky concept, and that's why I like it. I thought it was cool.
It is. The guy from Supernatural, like, there's no way he'd be alive. You're right. Like, when he's at the church and they're peeling his face off, like, dude, no way. No way.
Yeah, I got you, dude. There's a lot of over the top stuff, but I gotta admit, it's 17 years ago when I watched this in 2005. I was caught off guard that the town was all fake because the woman in the window, I was like, oh, there's a person there, and the dogs. It really surprised me, and I did like that.
Yeah,
it did a good job there. So I got to give it some kudos.
Yeah, no, it's true. It's true. It's not a horrible movie. I'm just kind of like, it's vanilla. It's bland. It's just like whatever.
Yeah.
I did love though. They're trying to get some like character development where they're like, yo, she's moving to New York. It's like, do you think like they'll stay together? Like all this stuff, like very sprinkled throughout the movie.
Wait, wasn't there a line where Paris Hilton was pregnant too?
Oh yeah, they're trying so
what?
hard.
I was like, okay, like you should really talk to him. I was like, yeah, you should really talk to him. What?
Yeah.
I don't want. And then what she say? Like, I don't want to ruin the football game.
Dude, come on.
I mean, it's cringy, but it's entertaining. But anyway, continue.
So yeah, they're sprinkling in this little character development throughout the whole thing. And I just wanted at the end, when Elisha Cuthbert's like trying to reason with the brother, and she's just like, "You're an artist, like it's okay." Like, remember that part?
Oh yeah.
I just wanted to be like, listen, I'm about to move to Brooklyn. There's a really cool place in Bushwick. I guarantee you we could get you a studio set up. Everything will be fine. And he's like, really? And then all of a sudden that's the next movie. That's House of Wax 2, but it's House of Wax and it's a Brooklyn art installation that they open up in Bushwick.
But then he starts to dabble in wax sculptures and the sister gets mad and he becomes the same thing he witnessed.
Exactly.
There you go.
That's the sequel. So they could have ended right there, where it's like, no, he's cool. Look at him, Chad. He's just an artist. And then they kill the other brother and they go to Bushwick.
I wish it also ended with, like Chad Michael Murray like stills that camera at the end. They've already bagged it and tagged it.
They didn't even look at that.
Yeah, well, I mean, yeah, they didn't look at that footage either, but he's gonna get in trouble again. He's tampering with evidence. So yeah, it's like I wanted like Elisha Cuthbert to freak out. Like, what are you doing? Like, we just survived and you're still up to the shit. Like the same old like badass. Like, get over yourself, dude. Like, I wish there was like a scene like that. Like, and he's like, you're right.
That would have been pretty real, but
and then it just ends. Like,
what a wasted opportunity introducing that camera and then not having that playing over the credits, being like just showing creepy stuff or whatever. What the hell were they thinking?
I wish they had like a couple other like twist moments with the camera, like
right, like, because the guy stole the camera, right? The like brother that was
he stole it from the Bobby guy from Scary Movie, and then he was playing with it, like he was taking video of Paris Hilton. So like, I don't do they know everyone's really dead? I don't remember if they ran into Paris Hilton's body and stuff. But they did.
Like, dude, so what a wasted opportunity that was. Wow.
True. They could have definitely had fun with that.
Yeah. What do you think about Paris Hilton though? Like, I mean, when you saw it, like, what do you think? How do you think she did?
Honestly, I already said I give kudos to her. I thought she was very self-aware of what her character was supposed to be. I don't think she was terrible. She played the ditzy blonde, but brought a new level of it. Of like, I'm also a very like real world celebrity, and I'm trying to not break that too much in this movie. I thought she did okay. I really did. It was I think this was her first movie, not like reality TV, but her first movie. So I give her kudos.
Yeah, I was expecting her to be horrible, and she I was like,
I was yeah, okay. It passed.
Yeah, she did win a Razzie though for it.
Well, like for like worst death or like worst acting?
Worst supporting actress at the Razzie, she won.
I'm sure she loved it. The Razzies, those are all fluff anyway.
It's funny, dude. But you know the name I saw at the end of the credits where I was like, what are you doing?
Adam Sandler?
No, what was he in this?
I don't know. I was just guessing. No, I was just guessing a name. I don't know. Whose name?
Robert Zemeckis produced this.
Oh boy.
I was like,
oh wow.
What?
That's wild.
He must have been like, oh, I love the movie as a boy. I love the original. So, let's do a remake. And then they do this. And I'm like, he probably wasn't expecting what this turned out to be.
It's pretty random. Not going to lie.
Yeah. I saw his name. I was just like, there's no way. That's not, oh my God, what the hell is he doing?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then how the Bobby guy die? He got his head cut off by scissors, right? They just cut his head off.
Yeah. Decapitated.
Why didn't he make him into a wax guy?
Could have put his head on something. Did they make him into a wax guy? I thought they were starting to.
I don't know. I don't know.
I might have blacked out.
I thought that was his whole thing, where he's just like, I like to like stick a needle in their neck and like put wax on them and make them stand there, like
yeah.
Just like because it's not like he gets a lot of catches, so like I wouldn't just be like, let's cut this guy's head off. I don't know. I'm not a wax murderer though. So
a wax murderer. It's like an axe murderer. Oh my God.
Oh, look at you.
I'm a wax murderer.
Eric, do you know what what wax is made out of?
It's like hot oil.
No, I just said
like
it.
Pig's fat or something? What is it?
No, what? Pig's
I don't know. What's wax? Is it whale blubber? I forgot what it is.
No, it's not. It's petroleum. It's like
it's like jelly.
Yeah, but pig's fat. It's like
I don't know. I'm just like
everything smells like bacon. Every candle.
I mean, let's be real. That place must smell like shit. It has to. It's like what's that like hit like hint of like dead body in every room we walk into?
Well, they say that. They're like, what's that smell? Like,
kind of. Well, they show like the dead animal pit and then like roadkill pit. So
yeah,
it could have been that still. I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be disgusting, but yeah, I don't know. But I'm just trying to think, where the hell did they get all that wax to build an actual like functioning mansion out of wax that in the middle of nowhere? Where do they get all that wax?
In the middle of Florida. Floridians, dude. Floridians will find a way.
You know what they should have done, which could have added another layer to it, is if they had like millions of bees. And that's like part of it, where it's just like there's so many bees there you can barely see, and I don't know. The bees make wax too, so it's like I don't know.
Release the bees.
I'm thinking outside the box here. Yeah. There's no sequel. And we just pitched a good
like 7 sequels. Yeah, exactly.
Bring Paris Hilton back.
Cousin Skeeter. Bring Cousin Skeeter into one of the movies. What happened to my cousin? I need to find out. Like,
seriously though, oh my god, dude,
I don't know.
why
That's
didn't
too
they?
much.
Seriously, this could have been a straight to DVD, like House of Wax 2, like 100%. This could have been a sequel.
Yeah, I think 2005 that was like right at the cusp of like, all right, these really bad slasher movies were kind of done, and then it kind of turned into like more higher budget. I don't know. Maybe that's not true.
I think it went more like gory. Like there was a couple years in the early 2000s where they're like, hey, like remake, and then Saw was like,
all right, just gore, gore. Yeah. Ugh, yeah.
It's weird, man. It's like horror movies in the 80s went from like, okay, there's a maniac and he's on the run, and then Scream comes out and it's like, hey, let's be self-aware, and then Saw comes out and it's like, let's just literally show in-depth murder and then like a CSI episode in between. And that's kind of what I think about Saw.
I don't know. One last thing. I know we got to wrap up, but it's also pretty long.
So long, dude.
Right? Yeah.
Way too long, Eric.
I mean, the one scene, like the drinking, partying, camping scene, that could have been cut down by 17 or 18 minutes. I was like doing the math.
Just don't even have it. Literally just have the car crash, and then they're like, hey, there's a guy over there, and then all of a sudden he's a dick. Like, literally, that's it.
Yeah, it's like, no, we got to like build these amazing characters and develop them.
Because, like, even if they didn't even have the Paris Hilton pregnancy thing, like, nobody cares. They all die anyways. And, like, come on. Like, just scrap that. Just scrap all of it. Like, I don't know. And then I love to, like, the last few minutes of the movies, the cop, like, yeah, so there was actually 3 of them, and then we just checked with the child services, and they used to own this town, and then, like, the sugar mill closed. And it's just like, okay, dude, Jesus Christ. Like, you just told us. Like, I wish you did this in the beginning. I don't know.
Oh, here's the thing with that, too. Like, the cops are going to be like, who's this guy outside this town that's in the middle of nowhere? Like, it's like, can you come over here, sir? He's like, oh. Like, that guy, right?
Yeah, as he's waving, being like, hey there. Just like
the cops are going to be like, who's that guy? It's like, this town doesn't exist. So, yeah, that's the third brother. We're going to have to do a DNA forensics test and put this guy away for a long time.
There you go.
And he's like, what? Like, where's he going to go?
That's probably like a deleted scene on the DVD or something. Because why didn't they make a sequel?
I should have watched the deleted scenes before this. Damn it.
Oh, you have this on DVD?
I have it on DVD, bro. Yep.
Oh, you are a real piece of shit.
There's commentary, too. I kind of don't want to listen to commentary. That must be gold.
You should. Actually, Paris Hilton's in there. Oh, my God.
Like, Chad Michael Murray's like, yeah, it's like the tail end of my career scene right here. Like, all just sad.
What was he in, dude? I don't know what he's from.
He was big from, I think One Tree Hill was his biggest thing. And then he made a couple, like, rom-com movies. He's in that Hilary Duff movie, A Cinderella Story or Tale. That's like probably his 2 biggest thing. One Tree Hill, definitely he's known for.
I've never seen One Tree Hill.
Yeah, it's like, I don't wanna be anything other than what I've been trying to be lately. That song.
Is that? Yeah, I know the song.
That's not him. No, that's like Gavin something.
What does that song have to do with anything?
It's the intro. Come on, you know that one. Oh, that song.
I know the song.
Dude. Did you grow up in the early 2000s or what?
I didn't have a sister, so no, I didn't watch One Tree. It wasn't like me and Bailey were like, "Hey, you want to watch One Tree Hill?" It's like, well, it is the 2000s.
Sisters do that to you. I agree.
Exactly. Yeah, you had to watch a lot of shit where I'm like, oh god.
Oh, dude, all the Mary-Kate and Ashley films, all of them, all the time.
Oh my god, I'd rather fucking die the way in House of Wax and watch
it. Oh my god,
movie. Just burn my face off with wax.
Anyway, Wheel of Horror. We're watching Holiday in the Sun next.
All right, well, Eric, any last minute thoughts on House of Wax?
No.
What's Elisha Cuthbert up to?
You know what, man? There's a show I loved her in called Happy Endings. It's what Friends wants to be. I really recommend anyone listening, if they want a really funny comedy series, I think Happy Endings was. It's so sad that it got canceled. That movie deserved. It's like Party Down, dude. I love Party Down. It shouldn't have been canceled. Happy Endings is like my second. Like, shouldn't have been canceled.
Well, maybe it'll come back.
Got the death slot. You know, it just got a bad time to be on air.
Well, maybe it'll have a happy ending one day.
But what else is she up to? I don't really know. I don't know.
But she got in, she got out. Good for her. She married like a hockey player, I think.
Yeah. She's married. I think she has a kid or 2 now too. I think she's still doing like movies and stuff.
Well, good for her.
I think she was in Goon 2 or something recently. I don't know.
Canadian. She's Canadian. So.
Yeah, definitely. Lately, me and Shannon have been watching Summer House. It's reality TV. It's not the worst thing.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah.
It's everything's fine. I'm kidding. right, ready.
What do you say, spin the wheel? How about that? Things get too sad in here.
All right, ready? Spinning. Jennifer's Body.
All right. It's Megan Fox and Amy. What the hell's her name? Amy.
Something. Oh, Mean Girls.
Oh my god. Blonde. What's her name? What's her name?
Don't look it up.
I'm not.
It's not Amy. It's Amanda Seyfried. Damn it, you had to say Amy, dude. You had to say Amy.
Amanda Seyfried. That's it. Anyways. Okay, so yeah, it's them two. Have you seen this?
I have seen this one. Yeah, a long time ago. Want to watch it again, though?
Yeah, this will be fun. All right, cool.
Yeah, let's do it.
Well, thank you everybody so much for listening in. We had The Power of the Dog come out on Friday on Fresh Film Fridays, and we also had our final episode of the Book of Boba Fett with Erik as a special guest.
Yeah.
And we will see you all next week with Jennifer's Body.
Woo!